What is Indian English literature? We will learn about it. Hello, good morning. Today we are going to learn about Indian English literature. We can also call it Indian English writing. Actually, what does it mean? English writing by Indian writers whose native or co-native language is one among the numerous languages of India is known as Indian English writing or Indian English literature. English came to us during the reign of Britishers. Slowly and slowly, we excelled in language and no longer it remained as an alien language for us. We accepted it and assimilated it in self and then indigenized it for ourselves. The language was now adapted to fulfill all our needs. Now, a question arises, how English language is Indianized? It has been so as we have flavored it with Indian tone and Indian words according to our suitability. Indian words like Mela, Sindoor, Kuli, Chai, etc. are used according to the whims and fancies of the writer. Actually, these words add Indian flavor to the language. Now we find several shelves being packed up with large number of Indian English literature everywhere. When we look back, we find that early history of Indian writings begin with the work of R.K. Narayan, Mulk-Raj Anand and Raja Roy. They contributed to Indian fiction in 1930s. Later, with time, many names have been added. It became a continuous process. With time, several more shelves were being packed up with novels, poetry books, travelogues, and biographies. The best part of these works are that they introduce us to the society of that time, as literary works are the reflection of the period in which they are written. On the whole, we come to know what the society looked like at that period. There are diasporic writers too, who have added to the bulk of Indian English literature. Now a question arises, who are diasporic writers? Diasporic writers are the writers who are born in India and reside elsewhere in any corner of the world. Many names are there in this series as V.S. Naipaul, Kiran Desai, Jhumpa Lahiri, Shahid Ali, Rohinton Mistry, Salman Rushdie, Anita Desai, and so on. Indian English literature highly charged even though it is relatively short. Sheikh Din Muhammad was perhaps the first one to write his travelogue in English, which comprises of series of letters to his friend describing about his traveling experiences in 1792 to 1794. Mostly the early Indian literature were non-fictional. They were just biographies, political essays, travelogue, etc. With time in late 1800s, famous authors who wrote mostly in their mother tongue began to try their hand in writing in English. At the same time, they started translating their works written in the regional language in English. In 1900, Rabindranath Tagore began translating his work written in Bengali to English. In 1917, Dhan Gopal Mukherjee, who wrote many stories for children that were set in India, for Genik, the story of a pigeon, he was awarded the Newbery Medal Award in 1928. Gradually, the new generation of Indian writers started hitting the bookshelves by exclusively writing in English. Beginning in 1935, R.K. Narayan's Swami and Friends, Mulk-Raj Anand's Untouchable, followed by Raja Roy's Kantapura in 1938, were quite different from other Indian writers. Work. The above-mentioned writers wrote about the contemporary men on streets, about the unprivileged class, the common people. R.K. Narayan created imaginary Malgudi for most of his novels and presented them in humorous manner. Some of his marvelous works are The Dark Room, The Guide, Waiting for the Mahatma, Man-Eater of Malgudi, and many more. Raja Roy wrote short stories as well as 4 significant novels. They are Kantapura, The Serpent and the Rope, The Cat and the Shakespeare. Their works left a strong imprint in the reader's heart. There is Indianness in their work in terms of words and writing style. They made a benchmark. Their works were the forerunners of magnificent diversity in Indian writings in English. Their works contemplated and deliberated on multifarious range of issues like nationalism, freedom struggles, social realism, individual consciousness, feminism, and so on. This literary movement been fortified by overwhelming output by the authors, or we can say novelists, distinguished themselves as a remarkable force in the world. Novelists proved their inner creative urge in English language, which is indeed an alien tongue to them. Credit goes to these novelists for overcoming the hurdles of writing in English, the foreign language. At the same time, they evolved a distinctive style for themselves by mastering the intricacies of language and assimilating it in the use and flavors of Indian subcontinent. In today's scenario, Indian English is not an alien language. It has become the language of our intellectual makeup, like Sanskrit and Persian was before. We Indians do not write like the English or the others. We write only as Indians. Our method of expression is distinctive and colorful. The horrors of tragic partition, its consequences, like the large-scale migration, reckless tooting, and merciless massacres were being portrayed by the authors in their work, which captured the interest and imaginations of the readers. Indian English novels began to prove its mark in the global literary scenario. East-West conflict, multicultural social realism, gender issues, cosmic aspects of human nature, ecological concerns, magic realism, and diasporic writings became the theme of post-independent writers. Sochi Chandra Dutt was the first fiction writer. Aurobindo Ghosh, as an Anglo-Indian writer, wrote magnificent magnus opus. His epic Savitri and prose life divine is marvelous. Rabindranath Tagore penned down Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India. Sarojini's works are filled with essence of color and romance. The Golden Threshold, Bird of Time, and Broken Wings are her important works which enchant the readers. Discovery of India and World History by Jawaharlal Nehru is exceptionally wonderful. They lay before us the vivid picture of India and the world. Thus, through his pen, he has been successful in creating the true image of India and world before us. There are many more names to be added in this series. It is a long one. Later novelists like Kamla Markande wrote Nectar in the Sea, 1954, Some Inner Fury, A Silence of Desire, Two Virgins, etc. Manohar Malgaonkar wrote Distant Drum, Combat of Shadow, A Bend in Ganges, The Devil's Wind, etc. Anita Desai, again an Anglo-Indian, gave award-winning novels like Clear Light of the Day, Fire on the Mountain, Cry the Peacock, Voices in the City. She has written a number of novels and short stories for children. Again, Nayantara Sehgal has ceaselessly cultured the spirit of independent India. struggling to break away from the clutches of Britishers and establish a distinct identity. Khushwant Singh's train to Pakistan gives us a vivid picture of India after partition. Bhavani Bhattacharya's So Many Hungers, He Who Rides the Tiger, music for Mohini, etc. are wonderful works. I have named only some of the writers. There are so many more names. There is fairly a long list that can be added. In the next video, I will discuss about some of the female writers. Thanks for viewing the video. Hope you enjoyed.